Alright guys, hi. It's been a while since I haven't shot any dummy videos and stuff, but as you know, I moved from China to US now. I don't have the same types of dummies over here, unfortunately. Maybe in the long term, right? If I get anything new, I'm gonna keep sharing those as well. But at the moment, it's super interesting. I've never had the chance to train with this kind of dummy before. On it, it says, please, it says BJJ 9000 Jiujitsu Accelerator. I don't know how good this is. This is the first time I'm seeing this kind of dummy, to be very honest with you. And it's kind of a bit weird, right? The material outside seems fine, I suppose. There are not any tears or anything. I just recently seen this dummy, of course, since I just moved over here, but there doesn't seem to be too much tear, maybe except around here some, right? Maybe a little bit of tear there, but nothing that affects the usage of it. And then you don't have to feel this either, apparently. Everything seems like super solid and steady. So yeah, it seems like it's quite durable, but compared to the previous dummy videos I've done before, right? This seems like a bit more stiff, and it's like hard to move around. It's a bit harder to move on super solid technique on it, like compared to the previous one, for definitely. But I'm gonna try to think about this a little bit and try to figure out like what kind of drills we can do on this. But I have a few ideas already. There's some things I use this dummy for at the moment. Some are just maybe more fit for kids actually. Maybe I do a separate video on those, like how to train the kids with a dummy like this, or something similar to this, a bit more solid. You cannot move the arms around too much and stuff. Maybe I take a separate video for this in the future. But if you end up with a dummy like this, well, let's think, how can we use this right now? I'm gonna try to avoid the types of like striking training on this and stuff I can do, because obviously if you're an MMA guy, right, you can get on the top, you know, think about your like positions and stuff, try to do some punches. I'm not gonna get into that too much. I'm gonna try to focus on more jiu-jitsu side of things. So as you can see with this one, we have a good structure over here. We have something that relates to human hips, right? And we have some things that relates to the legs. It looks like a bit more like he's playing the butterfly gardish, right, at the moment. But we could, if you just put them on the ground, actually we can do some no-gi Tornado passes on this. I think it's good for that. I also let the kids do this exercise with this dummy as well. What we're gonna do is actually quite simple. I think I've done this video before. We're gonna start from the guard passing stance, and I'm gonna reach in for one hand on the hip, stabilizing over here, and one hand around the knee, or maybe just a little above the knee, because we're gonna need to cup it. So what I'm doing over here is, as this hand goes over here, the other one's gonna move over here. Meanwhile, I'm gonna try to gain an angle. I'm gonna try to drop this shoulder around this part of the hip. So moving to the side, shoulder moves to the ground. If the dummy moves at this moment, don't worry too much about it. It's okay actually, because I'm going to try to keep you from there a little bit, elbow tucked in. And once I finish, I can switch over here, maybe climb up to like a side mount. Obviously, since his arms high, I can try to swim under a little bit, maybe trying to trap the arm, something like that. And you can do just like no-gi Tornado pass through like this. Let's see the other side, hand to the hip, hand to the either knee or a little above the knees, I think is better. Elbows tight, boom. Moving to the side, boom, finish the pass. Maybe get a control from here. Or maybe you might want to just jump up to the knee on belly position. I'll leave it to you, right? Let's move again, boom. Boom, up to the side, finish the pass, get up to the control, so on and so forth. Obviously, if you do this kind of drills, as you can see, is this the perfect drill, or is this a perfect dummy to best learn this technique? I don't think so, not necessarily. But still, for example, for warm-up, for finishing the classes, or maybe pushing up the conditioning a little bit, right? Maybe you do like 1 minute, let's see how many times I can do, something like this. Can be useful, maybe, that kind of drill, right? Another thing I like doing on this is maybe a piece of like mobility drills can be also useful, and seems like fine. I especially like doing maybe knee on belly, or just pinning knee controlling kind of exercises on this. What do I mean by that? Like, let's say I start from over here, one knee on top of my opponent, maybe feet closer to the body is better. But after I get this right, I can use like different controls on my partner, bring both knees on top, try to pummel them at the same time to the side, take it off to the side over here again. So knee and belt transitions from this side, but maybe not only from only this side, you can try to block like counter styles on the torso. Maybe you try to go from the top over here. Maybe sometimes you want to try to trap both of the knees, blocking the hips from here. So maybe try to block both of the knees, both of the shoulders with your knees, block the legs over here, switch knee positioning again, switch knee positioning again. Notice that we're going around all the key parts, like either 4 points of torso, constantly pinning each part on the ground, or sometimes going, if you add the armpit points here as well, maybe we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points over here, and just keep switching between those, using your knees. Use like a mobility exercise as well. You know, try to get them from the top. Try to, you know, get mobile with your knees. You can use this either like, you know, again, just like a warm up, maybe conditioning, or just like a flow drill. If you have the dummy at home, you know, just moving around. I want to just get mobile, get used to this like flow mobility kind of thing. Can be also useful, I think. And as you can see, this is not only for this dummy, which is, what was it? BJJ 9000. That's a funny name. But if you also have a kind of a similar dummy with this, I think it should be still fine. Like especially if you use this kind of like knee mobility drills and stuff. Notice if you ever want to, for example, trap your opponent's arm or something, since it's really stiff, you might think about like trapping the arm, which kind of elevates the shoulder on this side. Maybe we can use these elevations also to try to move around, and maybe add some like armbar training and stuff on top as well. So you might want to get creative with that too, because sometimes it happens, right? You're on top, your opponent is like reaching maybe for your arm or for your leg or something. You trap the leg over here, but when you trap it, what happens oftentimes? They're gonna try to turn into you, right? Hey, look at this. When I trap his arm like this over here, we can use this, look, pummeling exercise or something, right? Try to maybe trap the arm from this side, and when I do it now, because this shoulder is elevated, hey, I can use that to go again for arm bars again, right? Keep everything tight and finish in an arm bar position. Look at that. So if you could use your knees or your shin, you know, to elevate it from side to side, as you can see, we can also get some creative stuff going on from there too. Maybe sometimes I'm over here, I get this knee on the top, it elevates this kind of shoulder. Hey, maybe you might want to even shoot in for guillotines and stuff, but when I shoot the guillotine though, it's kind of weird, because once I shoot in, rolling to the top, it needs to be a bit tricky. You don't want to get trapped by the arms and stuff. But still, these kind of mobility drills I think might make sense also. And I think another thing, the last thing, yeah, of course there are a lot of ideas, but I just want to give you a few today. Maybe as time goes on, if you're interested with this kind of dummy, or you know, maybe you have something similar to this, I'll be happy to share some more as well. Just let me know in the comments. But another one I kind of realized this can be useful is this, since this is a stiff dummy, right? This is stiff dummy, everything moves together. And notice how the legs are kind of a little high at the moment. So if I'm over here and I let it raise up, you see the kind of structure? It's like a butterfly-ish posture, but it's about to fall down immediately, right? So you might want to drill some body lock timing if you're just learning these kind of passes, because you know what? Once you start from here, let's try to drop from here, look, drop our levels, and try to shoot in either for hands in the middle, okay? Or maybe one side punch through, like one side deeper body lock over here. Man, I'm really bad with the terms, by the way. I'm sorry for that, I apologize. I have a problem with memorizing or knowing names. I often give my own names to the moves and stuff. Not only that, in China, I need to learn the Chinese names, and I need to know the Turkish names, the English names. Super confusing to me. I'm sorry if I screw up the names, but like one deeper side, look, deep punch through body lock over here, boom. Also works fine. And you can actually work on your grips, because if as you can see, if my hips are low, right? And if I have my grips well, you know, feels like realistic enough. Let's put it this way, realistic enough with a real situation. And what am I about to pass? Sure, why not? We can still pass. Step to the side, get heavy from this side, right? And meanwhile, as I'm heavy on this side, let's try to step over. But let's try to step over the knee, right? After I step over the knee, I change my hip to the other side. Now I can start moving. I'll try to trap it over here. Maybe deepen my elbow from the other side more, like maybe if it was up from too much. I notice my opponent's getting a hip escape. Get it a bit deeper over this side. You see, it kind of does look like a body lock exercise. And again, maybe not for conditioning because we are going to need to stop a lot, but maybe you are learning body lock for the first time. There's some important details you want to go through at home, you know. Might be useful maybe, you know, like because I know a lot of guys, they can only make it to the academy 2 times a week. But you have a dummy at home. So it might be useful, right? Just to remind you some of the important details or train some timing, whatever. So we're gonna start again. We're gonna raise it up. Since it's like a butterfly position at the moment, drop your level. Or maybe you wanna challenge yourself, like try to catch it. Try to catch it as you let go, for example. Let's see if I can catch it, you know what I mean? Before it touches to the ground. Maybe it can be a challenge. Or just start, like take your time. Lower yourself first. Let's get the body lock grip, stay heavy, right? One leg up, sprawl to the side, just a little boom. Try to step over the knee, change the hip to the other side, the elbow tight boom. It's like almost like a body lock exercise, right? And because of this stiff structure, where it sits up and down like this, and you can step on over here, in my opinion, this is kind of almost better than the soft dummies that we have, right? Because with the soft dummies, they immediately like fall back, you know, on their backs. So it might not be super easy to train the body locks. You might not need to work your hands to get under and stuff. But this one, kind of quite smooth and simple. So these are some ideas. I think 3 ideas for you, right? One can be the no-gi Toriata passing. Number 2 could be knee control from the upper body. If you also use your shins to elevate them from side to side, you can even attack the arms or to the guillotine and stuff, and you can roll back and forth. And the last one, we can do the body lock exercise on this as well. Again, what do you think? Let me know about this BJJ 9000 drill, the Jiujitsu Accelerator. First time I'm seeing this kind of dummy. Interesting. What do you think about the exercises? And would you like to see more exercises on this dummy? Let me know. Because guys, I don't have the soft dummies, like the ones that look like more like people. I don't have any of those. If you want to donate one, feel free. Send one over here. I can do more videos with those. If not, well, if you like this one, I can do more videos as well. But at the same time, you know, as time goes on, I'm going to try to do more technical videos for you guys as well. So you can use actual partners, either at home or in the academy, whatever, right? Just let me know in the comments, right? Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you liked the video. Hope my language barrier doesn't bother you too much. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.